So another thing about 1125, because this is really all the Lord's synchronicity. We equate so much of it to their world, but remember the Lord's ordained all of this, and the Lord, God's, we've shown you the Bible verses. God created the evil. Just look it up. Proverbs 16:4, Isaiah 45:7, because God's declared the end from the beginning. Isaiah 46:10. But he said, I create evil, I create darkness, I Lord do all these things. And Isaiah 45:7, and he said he created the evil or all the wickedness on the earth for the day of evil, which is the abomination of desolation. Why did God have to do that? So he could redeem his church. The church has to be redeemed at the Great Tribulation. Because in Acts 14:22, we all through much tribulation into the kingdom. Well, there's so many lost sheep out there today. They have to be awakened. They have to go through the Great Tribulation. And that's the love story for his bride, that he does have to, we have to have the destruction of this body. Jesus died, destruction of the body. Then we died to self, death to self, the daily cross, the blood baptism, the fiery trials, which I believe is 1 Peter 4:12. If it's not 2 Peter 4:12. Fiery trials Bible verse. It's 1 Peter 4:12. So that's what all of this is about. So you look at 1125 as being the Black Friday, the event date of what kicks all of this off, and we go to Romans 1125, which that I did a whole study based off that Bible verse. It's the whole chapter of Romans 11. It's about the remnant of the bloodline, which, remember, the day he would rise, it's 144 days until the abomination of desolation of April 20th, Hitler's birthday, the next total solar eclipse, which, remember, transfer portals back to when Trump said he had the coronavirus illness of October 2nd, the Donnie Darko date, 2020. So it would be interesting, I guess, to also look at going back to 2020, look at March 11th and kick that to the 25th, 989. So on the rising day, be 991. Nothing big. Nothing reaches out and grabs me with any of that. It's just that 98th verse of Revelation again, which is the white horse verse. So, So that's what it all goes back to. 1125 is the Bible verse for my Romans 11 study. I will put in the description. But when you get to Romans 11:25, talks about the blindness of the remnant, which he's referring to in this particular sense as Israel. And other times, Israel is simply referred to as the church. The church is Israel. We're grafted in Jews. That's what this Bible, that's what this chapter is about, how we are grafted in Jews. But now it's talking about the Gentile church and the actual bloodline of the Israelites church. He said, for I would not, brethren, that ye be so ignorant of this mystery. It is a mystery. That's why you want to watch this entire Bible study I've done for you, okay? Because the mystery will be explained. It is very deep. It is very layered. Lest ye be so wise in your own conceits. What would that? That's thinking that, well, it's now about us. It's no longer about the bloodline of Jesus, who have all died as goats and will be judged up until this remnant is awakened. They will be brought to Christ. They're the last people that the Lord calls. He calls his original Israelite bloodline. Those who all those from the days of the Israelites, that's not what's running that land over there. That is Satanism. They say that they are Jews, but they are not, but they are of the synagogue of Satan. That is in Revelation 2:9 and 3:9, stated twice. I think once it's talking about us grafted in Jews, the other is talking about the remnant Jews. They say that they are sheep, but are not, but they're of the synagogue of Satan. They say that they are true Jewish bloodline lineage, but are not. They're of the synagogue of Satan. I think it's saying both. There is not a separate church. There's not Israel, the bloodline, and then the church. Israel will be called in, the bloodline will be called to the church. Right now, they are blinded. That's what he says. That blindness, in part, is happened to the bloodline Israel, the Israelites, until the absolute fullness of the Gentile church gets the call. They will get the call at the abomination of desolation, and then the Jews will too, the bloodline. And that's who Jesus is speaking of when he says, you that be in Judea, flee. And pray that your flight not be in winter and breastfeeding and all that kind of stuff. So this all comes back to this Bible verse of 11:25, Romans 11:25. He's going to rise on Daniel 9:27, November 27th. Because November was the 9th month at one time, like October, octagon, octopus was the 8th month, decade, decimeter, December was the 10th month, September was the 7th month. That's why we say 9/11 was really about 7/11. It's about rising, and that all goes back to the Future when they had the backwards 116, upside down and backwards, and the backwards 133, upside down and backwards, which is signifying that he would rise on 9/11, 7/11, or September 11th, which is really Revelation 11:7. You're just flipping everything backwards and forwards, which is what they do. So that's all. Just want to throw that in there too. This will be part 3 of the playlist. I will have my Romans 11 study in there for you. So you go to playlist at Telling Truth 2, and it's November 25th, false flag event date. So you want to click that. And do we have any comments from the first video? I just put it out and it's very long, so I doubt it. All right. Love y'all.